awesome. Working with One Fire is really awesome because the people are great, the energy is wicked, great musicianship all around. So when Tony, and sometimes, doing a co-write, I get a little nervous sometimes because we're just, you don't know what's going to happen. Anytime you go step into the creative process, you really don't know what's going to happen. But I have full faith in Tony and all the people that he chooses to bring around, and I've met a lot of the artists before. So this one, I get this email and he's like, yeah, I really want to we're going to write a song together and I want you to write the bridge. Okay, all right. A little intimidated. The bridge is like the emotional pinnacle of the song. But I had an idea of what kind of emotion I wanted to evoke, and I had an idea of sort of how I wanted to build it so that I could do that. So, great challenge. I had the ability to work off of what other artists had already written. So the chorus was already written, the first verse was already written, and then by the time my part had sort of settled, like I rewrote it like 4 or 5 times, but by the time it had settled, there was another verse. So it really started to click and really started to fit in. So yeah, it was great. It was super fun. So great. So the lyric is, raise our voices together. So this is the part where we really want everybody to sing along. We want everybody to feel like empowered and ready to change what we're talking about in the verses and stuff. So I really wanted to keep it positive. I wanted to try and keep it powerful. I wanted to use words that were familiar enough for the audience to be like, yeah, like I love that line because it resonates with me because I know it from this, or I used it like this, or so I wanted to do something like that. And I love, getting people to feel comfortable singing along by having layers of voices. And well, I'm a choir girl. I love harmony, so that's part of what I brought into it as well. We are strong. We are louder. If I had one day, okay, so I need to lay out a couple of variables. And assumptions. I'm gonna assume this is not Armageddon, so the world is not going to end the next day. I'm gonna assume that that I have as much time to plan for it as I would like to, including planning for budget and stuff, so that it can be a really big, really awesome day that doesn't have, it's not like, okay, I woke up in the morning and I have to go do something. So plan for it. So what I think would be the most effective way, if I only had one day to work to change the world, would be to inspire others. So I'm thinking about, focusing on the youth. I want to inspire youth to continue the work and to improve upon the work, and to have a good understanding of what we're currently doing and maybe some of the flaws and some of the strengths. So my thought here is to host a big festival on one day where we would have it at a local nonprofit event space and partner with other nonprofit organizations and charities. So we could have something like a community garden, we could have a clothing drive, we could have a soup kitchen, we could have a letter writing station for human rights. And what we would do then is invite the youth to come, so bunches of classes and school trips and stuff, and they would come, and for an hour they spend at each station. So everybody gets a chance to learn about who's the organization that's working, what's the work that they're doing, who are the faces that we're helping. If you're serving soup at the soup kitchen, you're gonna meet the people that you're making a difference with. And so they're learning about how these organizations work, who's doing the work, how it works, how does the system work, how do the clothes go from this bucket to, and what's the end goal for the clothing, how do they raise money for something, how do they end up on shelves. So the youth get to learn all about the work. Meanwhile, the community gets to come and participate in the festival. So they're going to be, helping people in the community, and we're all going to be coming together, and there will be all different types of people at this festival, so we can start conversations and meet each other and maybe get rid of some of those stigma too that exist in our society. And with the goal, of course, to inspire the youth to continue the work, inspire the community to continue the work, start conversations at home at the dinner table, and maybe spark some new ideas for how we can better serve the community.
One day we're gonna see that we're building